She entered the courtroom like she owned the place, heels clicking, chin high, and with a confidence that didn't quite match the desperation in her voice moments later. "Your Honor," she began, "I'm here to formally request child support. My ex has been voluntarily giving me money, but it's not enough." The judge barely raised an eyebrow. "How much does he currently give you?" $1,000 a month, she replied. The courtroom was quiet for a second. "Voluntarily?" the judge asked again. "Yes. No court order, just what he gives me when I ask, or beg." The judge tilted her head. "So he gives you $1,000 regularly?" "Most months. Sometimes I have to remind him. I shouldn't have to do that." "But he gives it, correct?" "Yes, but—" She paused, collecting herself. "My kids go to private school. They're in activities. I need more." The judge leaned forward. "And how much is the tuition?" "About $500 per child. 1,000 total." "So the full 1,000 he gives goes toward tuition?" The woman shifted in her seat. "Well, yes, but I need clothes, food, other things for them too. And I have to look good for work. I'm a teacher. Appearances matter." The judge raised an eyebrow. "Do you spend the child support on your own appearance?" "No, I mean, not all of it. But looking presentable is part of my job." A low murmur went through the gallery. The judge tapped her gavel once. "Let's be clear. Who pays the health insurance?" "He does," she said reluctantly. $309 a month. "And you have the children how many days a week?" "Wednesday through Sunday. He has them Sunday through Wednesday." The judge turned to the man seated quietly at the other table. He wore a simple jacket, calloused hands folded, a trucker's calm stare fixed on the wall. "Sir," the judge said, "you're the father?" "Yes, ma'am." "You give her 1,000 a month voluntarily?" "Yes, ma'am, always have." "You pay the health insurance?" "Yes, ma'am, full premium, never missed a payment." "And you share custody near equally?" "That's right, we switch mid-week." The judge nodded slowly, almost confused. "So help me understand. Why are we here?" The man sighed. "She's engaged now, and I started dating again. That's when this all started." "That's not true," the woman cut in. "This has nothing to do with that." But her voice cracked slightly. The judge turned back to her. "Is your fiancé in agreement with you seeking more money from your ex?" "Yes, of course. He thinks it's fair." The judge leaned back. "And yet your ex is paying tuition, health insurance, and has the kids half the week." The woman's voice rose. "But he spends money on other women!" the judge snapped. "And you have—" The judge adjusted her glasses, peering directly at the woman. "You say you're a teacher making $60,000 a year, correct?" "Yes, Your Honor." "And you have access to private health insurance through your employer?" "I do. But I don't use it. His plan is better." The judge nodded. "So your ex is providing better health coverage, pays full tuition, and still gives you $1,000 a month, and yet you're here asking for more." The woman hesitated. "It's just, life is expensive. Clothes, food, unexpected costs." "For the children or for you?" the judge asked. The woman's eyes darted. "For the children, mostly." A murmur rippled through the room again. "Ma'am," the judge continued, "do you have documentation showing that you spend more than what he gives you directly on the children?" "I have receipts, but I didn't bring them today." "Convenient," the judge muttered under her breath, then turned to the father. "Sir, how long have you been giving her this money?" "Since we separated. Never missed a month." "And why no court order?" "Didn't need one. I believe in doing what's right. They're my kids." The judge looked at the woman. "And yet here we are. You're not here to enforce what's already fair, you're here to extract more." "That's not true," the woman snapped. He spends money on dates, on gifts for other women. Meanwhile, I'm buying groceries. You're also engaged, the judge reminded her. Yes, but that doesn't mean I don't need help. Help or control? The judge asked bluntly. Silence. The woman's jaw clenched. I'm not trying to control him, I'm just trying to be a good mother. A good mother, the judge echoed, brings her receipts. A good mother focuses on the children, not her ex's dating life. You don't understand, the woman said, voice shaking. He's gone all week. He drives across the country. I'm the one getting them up, getting them dressed, and you get them Wednesday through Sunday, the judge cut in. He does the same the other half of the week. Are you saying he's not parenting? He's not there emotionally. The judge frowned. And yet he's present financially, logistically, and medically. Those are not small things. The woman's face flushed. Her arguments were slipping. She turned to the man, her voice louder now. You're just trying to make me look bad. He stayed quiet, calm. You don't even tell me when you're out of state. I find out from the kids. Still, he said nothing. The judge intervened. That's enough. Both of you clearly have tension, but this court isn't about feelings. It's about facts. And the facts don't support your claim. But Your Honor! You've made your case, the judge interrupted, and I've heard enough to question its foundation. A pause. Then she added, Let me be very clear. Emotional wounds from... The judge folded her hands, gaze fixed on the woman who had once radiated certainty. I've reviewed everything you've said today, and I'll be honest, it's troubling. Not because your children don't deserve support, but because your motivations seem clouded. The woman shifted uncomfortably. I'm their mother. I want what's best for them. Then why is there more talk about your ex's girlfriend than your children's well-being? The woman opened her mouth, then closed it. The judge turned to the man. Sir, you've paid tuition, provided health insurance, and given financial support without being legally required to. That speaks volumes. He nodded. Thank you, ma'am. Now, the judge continued, her voice sharp. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not placing a court order for child support at this time. The woman's head snapped up. What? However, the judge said, holding up a finger, I am going to formalize the tuition arrangement. You will each pay $500 per month directly to the school. That's not optional, that's enforceable. But, the woman began. You testified that the full $1,000 was used for tuition, so now there's no middleman, no misinterpretation, just facts. The woman's voice cracked. I still need help with food, with clothes, with... And so does he, the judge interrupted. You share custody. He needs to clothe and feed them during his time. That's what co-parenting means. The courtroom was dead silent. The judge continued. And as for health insurance, he will continue to carry it. If you wish to enroll them in your own plan, that's your decision, but you cannot penalize him for already doing what's necessary. The woman blinked fast, as if holding back tears. This isn't fair. No, the judge said evenly. What's not fair is using the courtroom to wage a romantic war. Your financial concerns may be real, but your approach has undermined your credibility. The woman looked down. I didn't mean to. Intention doesn't undo consequence, the judge replied. This case could have gone very differently had you focused solely on the kids. A beat. Then she addressed both parents. Let me make something perfectly clear. Children aren't bargaining chips. They're not leverage to punish an ex. They are people, watching, listening, learning from how you treat each other. The weight of those words seemed to hang in the air. The woman's fiancé hadn't even shown up. The man's quiet dignity had said more than 100 accusations. The judge leaned forward once more. Mr. Henry, continue doing what you've been doing. Ms. Adams, I suggest you reflect, because this courtroom is not a weapon, it's a place for truth. And today, The truth did not side with you. Her gavel struck once. Court is adjourned. The gallery stirred as the judge rose and exited. The woman sat frozen. The